Hello everyone, my name is Rajesh Kumar and I'm your DevOps, SRE, DevSecOps coach. I have close to 18 plus years of experience working in multiple MNCs around the globe and having in-depth knowledge of DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. So I would like to introduce you one certification program in a DevOps, and that is we call it DevOps Certified Professional. Now this is a 2 months of program, 25 tools of DevOps you will learn, and apart from that you will also get the access to the LMS, lifetime access to the videos portal. It's a certification program, and you will have 25 assignments and 2 projects along with it. It's a completely weekend program, so here you have classes on Saturday and Sunday. So as part of this course, you will learn multiple things. Here you see that you will learn Linux, AWS, Docker, Jira, Confluence, Python, Git with GitHub, SonarQube, Maven, Gradle, Packer, Artifactory, Selenium, JMeter, Ansible, Kubernetes, Helm, Terraform, Jenkins, Datadog, Splunk, and Neuralink. Now, how do we, apply for this? So how can you reach out to us? So you have a WhatsApp number and email ID. So please reach out to us and we'll help you to onboard this program. Apart from this DevOps certified professional programs, we are offering other certifications as well in a DevSecOps, SRE, and one of the very comprehensive programs which we have is in Master in DevOps Engineering. Yeah, so feel free to get in touch with us and then enroll for it. Thank you.
Of the executable. So can you show the config file? More etc ansible.cf. This is the config file. Now you know what? This is a small. This is there's you have nothing. But if you install Ansible in RHL, you'll get a lot of example commented on. So not to worry, you can go to this website, this URL, and by the way, here there's a command also. Okay, so also you can have more complete file by including existing plugin. So you can generate it also. I think so here. But right now I'll just go because this will be easier. So these are the entries you have. Just enter. And here you see it's a pretty long file, and now your job is to learn each and every options available and why to use it. I mean, don't try to remember that, because the moment you get a requirement, always remember that default setting of Ansible.exe you can override using this file. That's all you remember that. So for example, let's look at this here. Plugin, some more options here: display script, host true, Jinger, and all. Executable, here you will find it here, and so on. Log path is default, you want to override it, here you have to uncomment and change this. SSH timeout and all kind of things you have it. Hell lot of entries you have it. Understood that now, all of you?
Sir.
Okay, so good. So now you understood this. What is a tool, what is a module, what is a plugin, and what is a config file. Now next thing is you will understand what is inventory. So inventory is nothing but list. Please mind it, I said list of IP address. It can be domain names also. Of what? ARS. What is a list? You know that, right? All of you, list. Correct?
Yes.
So list of IP address of ARS. ARS means control server where you want to deploy. So see, this guy ACS should know now where is you want to deploy this server IP address, this server IP address, this server IP address. So this contain IP address actually. Okay, simple. Is it clear?
Yes.
Sometimes we call it a host also. Okay, so don't get confused the naming convention. So now the format, it can be, you know what, this can be over the command line also. You can pass this list, you can pass through the file also, and in fact you can generate dynamically through the script also. Okay, so multiple ways you can pass the list of IP address. Authentication means, and authorization means, it can be username and password. So this is called authentication. Authentication, correct? Yeah. And authorization means sudo. Are you understanding?
Sir. Yes.
Yeah, simple way I'm putting up. So here it can be username and key also, and authorization means sudo, means privileging. So here multiple options it has. I showed you that options. You have to understand SSH a little bit deep actually. Okay, so if you understand, it will help you. So here, these are the options. See, the username, okay, keys, okay. So these are the way you can pass this username and password and all. And if you want to become sudo, so become user, become, these are the authorizations, means getting more privilege. Okay, so these are the options. Okay, so now what is the playbook and what is ad hoc? Ad hoc commands. These are the last thing which you need to understand. Ad hoc commands versus playbook. So guys, let me ask you one question. Let me ask you one question. Very simple question. All of you have to respond, okay? And at least think. If I ask you, hey, let's say Rahul, you can just go ahead and get me this disk size or install one package in one server, okay, or hundreds of server. So will you write a code or will you run the command and get me the output? What you will do?
I'll run the command and get the output.
Yeah, simple. Because we are lazy people. Naturally, we are designed for the lazy things, right? So what we'll do, we'll run the command. Immediately, I'll give you the output. Hey, I've done it. This is the output. I install this package. Yum install, apt install, and done. Work is done. That is something. You do that. So that is the same thing here. Ansible has given it to you. So Ansible says, hey, if you want to do one or two activities in one or hundreds of server, so don't write a code for it. Yes, don't write a code for it. Run the ad hoc commands and then the task will be done. Ad hoc commands means just like the command, you run it and task will be done. Now you say, so what I want to ad hoc command Ansible. I'm just telling you. So which machine? So inventory, uh, group name. I'm just telling our group name, inventory I, and inventory file. This I said file. It can be file also, right? Over the command line also. So this is the file. Okay. So in this file, you will have all the IP address of ARS, and then module. Which module? See, remember that module which runs in the ARS. So module which is which one? So let's say module service. You want to start the package service and the parameter. Remember that every code you'll provide the parameter. So which service? So name of the service is HTTP. So you just want to do one activities. This only one installation service is. I mean, sorry. So you want to start the services of HTTPD, and in this machine. So this command will work for you. Why to write so many lines of code and stuff like that? Are you understanding, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but you know what? The moment I'll say, okay, Rahul, do one thing. Just imagine scenario. Run hundreds of tasks. So what you'll do? Do you think you'll do this? What you'll do? You'll say, no, 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 I'm not going to do that all stuff. Let's write a file, and that's called playbook. So playbook is YAML file, okay, file, and it is having collections of tasks. I'll show you that little bit detail. Collections of tasks and run it in one command, and that is put it in the file in all this task in file. Okay, collection of tasks, S capital, multiple tasks. This is one task. Okay, this is one task. So multiple tasks and run this command playbook. So this is more easier, right? Instead of this one, name of the playbook is, let's say, web.yaml. So here, this is a YAML file. Done. Work is done. What do you think? Correct now?
Yes, sir.
So what I'm trying to say, if you want to run few things, use this ad hoc command. I'll teach you. And if you have so many tasks to run in inventory, I mean ARS, then run playbook. Understood, all of you?
Yep.
Any questions, any doubts right now?
Sir, just one question. YAML file will be the same as Terraform YAML file or our K8s file, something like that. It will be the same, no? The coding format.
Terraform, we don't have YAML file, no? See, I'm
No,
letting
sorry,
you
sorry.
do have.
Kubernetes, I'm saying. Kubernetes.
Yeah. Kubernetes we have YAML file. It's the same. See, YAML is a specification. Okay.
Ah,
File. I mean, YAML is YAML. There's no problem. But
okay.
where to use it in what section? Sections will be changed. There's spacing and all will be same, but
Mhm.
sections will be changed.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Hmm. So this is the ad hoc commands and this is the playbook. So now what to do? What to do? So guys, this is important session. Please focus on it. So my manager said, Rajesh, now I'll show you the demo of ad hoc commands. Okay. So my manager said, Rajesh, can you set up a web server? It's a very odd statement, right? Very odd statement. Set up a web server, but using Ansible. Okay. But I decided first I will learn through ad hoc, and if I'm getting confidence, then I'll try to convert into YAML file. Okay. So web server. So step number one, what to do? Install in Ubuntu. What is the package name? Today I'm covering Ubuntu, so Ubuntu time. Ubuntu time. What is the package name? Anyone remember? Apache web server.
Apache 2.
Apache 2. So some of you don't know, then no problem. Just type in the Google. Logic is important. Okay. So in Apache, in CentOS is HTTPD and Ubuntu is Apache 2. After that, what I'm going to do, copy index.html, this is my website applications, to which location, that is also I don't remember. So you can search for it in internet and you can get it, the location for the web directory. Okay. By the way, one important thing, let me tell you, if you are writing a code like this automation code, you should know your product line. I'm expecting you are writing a code, let's say in Ansible, automating something, for example, Apache, Tomcat, MySQL, Linux, this, that, and XYZ, whatever it is. Okay, you should know that tool. You should know Apache, you should know Tomcat, you should know MySQL, you should know Docker, you should know all these tools which you are automating actually for the developers. Mind it. If you say no, I will first write Ansible and then I will learn. It's not logical. Okay, so you should know. So spend some time to do the things in manual and then come back to the Ansible. Okay, so Ansible is automation tool, not will help you to learn Apache or Tomcat or MySQL or Oracle or Java and stuff like that. Okay, so you should know that. So that's the reason I'm telling you everything. Everyone has to know everything at least at a high level. So what is the location? So I don't remember what to do. I will ask a Google Baba, uh, web directory, default web directory, default web directory of Apache in Ubuntu. Like this, I will search for it. So if you have a logic, you will get it. But here now var www html. So this is the location. I know that. So here you can do that. Make sense? So that's the second logic. This is called pseudo coding. Okay. Learn the pseudo coding. Then third, what to do? So install the Apache, copy the software. After that, start the services. Simple. Start a service. So this is my pseudo coding and I got the requirements. My manager said set up a web server using Ansible. I pseudo code this one and convert it into the steps. Are you comfortable with this approach? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so now what I will do, because you remember that to installing Apache 2 in ARS, I told you for everything you have a module, correct now? For everything, if you want to do the changes, you have to find a module. You know what? One good thing, guys, Ansible has thousands of modules. That's a good thing also and bad thing also. Good thing is like you have a module for everything. Just like Linux, you have a thousands of command, right? It's the same way. Ansible has thousands of module which will do the changes in the ARS, and each module requires some parameters. That's a good news. Bad news is like you have to locate that right module for right work. That is a time-consuming thing. So I have a one simple approach. I'll not complicate my mind. Okay. So here I will say, hey, Ansible module for what? Module for installing first one installing package in what? In which environment? Ubuntu. For me, Ubuntu right now. So Ubuntu. Enter. Okay, and then okay, this is the first results I got it. Simple, wonderful. I got this module name. What is the module name? Module name is APT. This is the module name. Now you know your job is to learn and read all this stuff. These are the parameters you have. Parameter one and type of parameter, type of parameter, default value is set. Some of these will be required, some of these will not be required. And this is your job actually to learn actually. It's a one-time, time-consuming, but yeah, it's a lifetime savior. So I decided first what is my approach? I'll just search for required. So I don't think so. There's any required parameter has to be provided. So that means it's my turn. So module name is apt and parameter which I'll give it because I want to install Apache 2. So how can I pass this package name? So I'll go through, read through, understand all this through which Ansible it got added, everything, and finally I got to know. Name. Where is the name? Here it is. And I'll read this and I got to know. Okay, so parameter 1 apt name is equal to Apache 2. This is the way you have to work on it. Okay, initially build the logic like this, and after that whether you want to install it or uninstall it, that's the question, because apt install Apache 2 or apt remove Apache 2. So how do you do the state? So every module, this is a important statement, every module will have a state field that will decide what you want to do. So here state, these are the options. Absent, this is the present by default. That means if you don't provide also, it will be automatically done. Latest, absent mean remove, fixed, build dependency and also like that. So I'll just go for latest. So here state is equal to latest. Done. So now same way, I will, are you getting the what I'm trying to build the logic inside you? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now same way, Ansible module for copy. Simple. And here I got to know this is my copy module. I will go through this, I will read it, and here there's a required field, copy module destination is equal to, and one thing has to be source somewhere, is here source. So here practice will make you perfect. Okay, so this is the done. Now start a service. So here last one, Ansible module for service. Simple. Enter the module name is service itself. See here module name is service itself, and I'll read through, and here required field name. So here service and name which is required, name which is required. What is the service name for Apache 2? Apache 2 only, I guess. I hope I'm not making mistake. And then service name, and what you want, state, you want to restart, start it. So state started. So this is the way pseudo coding you will do that, and then you can start the coding in Playbook or AiOps. So now my work is done, research work is done, and I'm ready with the starting the coding. Are you comfortable, all of you? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what to do? Look at this here, this module. This is the ad hoc commands. I will put it up. So Ansible. See, first I'll try in localhost, because first you try in the one machine, and then if it's working, then you try another machine, right? So first try in localhost. This parameters and all you will hard coded while help command and all. So what do you want to run? Localhost. I want to run module -m. Now -m, why I'm giving, because if you see that here, so all these options, attributes here, arguments here, you can give it. All options are given. So here -m, what module? apt module. And what is the arguments, and double quote. This you have to remember for time being until you get a logic build. And state is equal to what? State is equal to what I did. State is equal to what? Install, right? Present, right? Present. Done. So this is the one code. This is the second code copy, and source and destination, right? So src index.html, destination is equal to this one, and index.html. That's all. So this is the source. And last thing, starting services, add up commands, and service. Okay. And here service name. So name equal to Apache 2 and state is equal to started. Done. So my ad hoc coding is done. Okay, so any questions, any doubts, any confusion, all of you?
No, sir.
Yeah, good. So now guys, let me run this in the local host. So same machine I'm running to test that. Clear the screen. Yeah. So now guys, let me tell you, Apache is installed or not. So which Apache 2? I'm just verifying. See, it's not installed. Run it. Guys, done. See. Now I have a copy of HTML file, right? So touch HTML index.html. Let me modify this. Welcome to DevOps School Ansible class H1 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 closing it and save it. So now let me run this code. Enter. Done. Can we verify? ls. Done. Okay. Done. Now last command, starting the services. So this is running, this is working in my machines. Okay, systemctl status. So this code is working, and now when it's working, then I should do the changes in the arrays also. So guys, done. Are you comfortable now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now let's do in the multiple machines. How do we do that? So I need an inventory file. So let me create an inventory file. vi inventory. This file name can be anything. Okay. So now IP, I need a few IP address. So I need to fake it out right now. So I'm using this IP address. Then 4.5.6.7, which is not exist. 3.4.5.6, it's not exist. Three machines I'm deploying. Okay. So three machine. Okay. Done. So inventory file is created. Now the same line, instead of I mean localhost, I inventory. So this same code I can deploy to three machines right now. All is a group name, means all machine of the inventory, not particular, and done. Now when you talk, remember that when you talk to remote machines, so these machines earlier I run in the same machine, now these machines will run in the different machines. So when you talk to different machine, the protocol is SSH. So you have to specify that username. And what is username? I forgot actually. Just a second. Username is this one. So how do you provide username? Username happen. Sorry, I got some. So username, and then see, I can make it a passwordless also. Okay, take a note of one assignment offline, how to make a Linux server passwordless. So that is a good learnings you'll have it. You can do that through the public key and all kind of things. But username, and I want to pass the password -k. That's one. This one. Now you know what? These users will not have access to install this package. So how to add a sudo -b -b. All these options I'm taking from the command line, which I know that, so I'm using it. Okay. All these options you have here. See, -b, -k, all these options. You have to get comfortable with it. Okay, so my command is, I think, ready. So any confusion, any questions so far, all of you?
No, sir.
Okay, so let me run this. Two machines is fake, okay, mind it. So for those two machines, it will fail. What is the password? Now there is a problem. So see, this machine is this is good output, guys. This is good output. But first one, anyone have idea what to do? So guys, when you first time when you log into Linux first time using SSH, fingerprinting is enabled. No, yes, no, something like that. Do you remember fingerprinting? So it will ask you, hey, are you sure you want to connect to this Linux box? As such, flag that warning. Correct, no? Anyone? You guys are not working on Linux a lot? Devinder, I think you are working a lot.
No, not in Linux.
No?
We need to set up the SSH key pairs.
No. It's a warning actually. I
Yeah,
just did SSH, and whenever you first time one Linux connect to another Linux, they will say, hey, are you sure you want to go ahead with this fingerprinting? Yes or no? So it's like that. So you know what? Focus on the fundamentals. In SSH, Ansible SSH, where is this Ansible SSH? It should be here, not SSH, Ansible.exe here. So in Ansible exe, fingerprinting is enabled. So I'm not a human, so I'll do yes, 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 yes. This is run by Ansible, and here it's enabled. Now the take a one questions offline in the notepad. How to automate the fingerprinting? Yes, for all the host of the inventory. There is a module available for that. I'm not complicating right now, but yeah. But I want to show you something different. What about if I disable this option? Well, it's not a good practice, but what about I disable this option? So you tell me, what should I do to disable this behavior of Ansible.exe? Tell me quickly. What should I do? I told you.
Maybe
So
modify the
guys,
config file.
yes, you have answers. You have to work with the config file. Remember, I told you very simple statement. Anything you want to modify the behavior of Ansible default values, modify in the config file. That's a statement you should always remember. You should not think this or that. So where is the config file? Here it is. Now, how do I modify the SSH key host checking? So let me search for it. Here it is. See, uncomment this to disable SSH key host checking. So what I'll do, just copy this guy and go to the vi etc ansible.cfg, enter, and add this Ansible comment, no, remove the comment, and then done. So host key checking false. Save it, one entry only, rerun this code, enter. There is a spelling mistake. So what has happened? I blindly copied. This has to be in some section actually. So what section? Let me show you. Has to be in some section. So that section is default section. So here, this is called a stanza. Okay. So I blindly copy default, and you have to close it also somewhere downside. It's a pretty long file actually. How to close it? Okay, closing is not required, I guess. Yeah, closing now. So that is okay, and save it, run it. and password is 3 machines out of 2 is fake, 1 is real. See, 1 is done. Second and third is fake, so it will fail, of course. And let me do this one also. This is irritating work, but I'm showing you because I don't want to make it passwordless until you learn actually. Others will think how it is working. And then last one. 2 machine is fake. And third one. Done. Okay, so done. Now can we verify first machine? Where's IP address? So this is the machine, and see, deployment is done. Now next release, how do we do that? So I think next release, let me modify the release. So here, just to faking out release, this is the next release I want to deploy. So here, this is a version 2 software. Save it and run that copy command, enter, and the password I have it, and this will deploy in 3 machines. 2 is fake, but it got deploys is changed true. And now refresh. Done. So guys, did you see the power of command line ad hoc commands, which you call it in Ansible? All of you?
Yes.
Okay. So this is all about Ansible and Ansible ad hoc commands. Now we'll have one more session on the playbook because it has some 1.5 hours of content again. So we'll cover in the next session. Any questions so far?
So like again, like if we want to install like and configure a lot of things in 10,000 servers, we will configure all the IPs inside inventory.html, like inventory
Wonderful.
file.
Wonderful,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And you are getting irritated from this 3-1, so that will be solved by playbook.
Yeah, next one. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Most often we use playbook only, I think, no, sir?
Which one?
Playbook is the most
Playbook will avoid these 3 commands and make it 1 command. See here, all the tasks will put it in a file and then run it that playbook.
Yes, correct.
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video.
Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest.
Thanks for watching.